Hello everybody, you know what today's video is. Today's video is the unboxing of the brand new Dayan PanShi that just came out. 51 More Fun was more than happy to send me one as a sample to show you guys, and you can pre-order it on their site. The link is in the description. I'm really excited about this cube. I just uploaded a video telling you guys about the pre-order and everything, and I can't wait to get into this. This is a blue version though, and a lot of people are saying, does it only come in blue? Well, no, it's not going to come in blue. I'm sure it will be eventually, but this is a prototype, so this is one of the very first ones ever made. I was thinking about dyeing it black, but then I decided not to after talking to some people because it is a prototype and it is going to be a really rare cube at one point. Alright, so, wow, I got a lot of stickers. Okay, so look at all those Dayan stickers. Here is Champion's card. So it's 51 More Fun. Wow, that's a really nice card, actually. So 51 More Fun has been really, really kind to me lately. Sending me some stuff. I've been working with them. I work with a couple of companies now, and I've okayed it with all of them that I continue to work with others as well. So I'm not just working with one company. And you know, a lot of people have asked me that. Why am I working with more than one now? So, anyways, I'll just take the sticker off. But here's a box for it. That's good because it is going to be a rare cube. Here it is, the Dayan PanShi. All right. Let's take a look at this thing. Double bagged. Wow. Wow. Let's open it up. Inside we have a core and torpedoes. Wow, is that core ever small? Look at the size of that thing. It's like compared to my thumb. Tiny, tiny, tiny. The tiniest little torpedoes you ever seen too. Okay, let's continue to get into the bag more. And here we have extremely small screws, washers, and springs. So it looks like they put a lot of effort into the pieces and making it a lot smaller on the inside, probably giving it more tolerance on the outside. Now let's go ahead and check these pieces out. Okay. Let's see. Here is a center. Let's zoom up. So here is a centerpiece. Wow, that really looks like a Lanhoye. But you know what? They don't actually touch, and we'll see that when I put it together. They don't actually touch, so the only friction is this part here. And a lot of people are saying, you know, it's not going to be good because of that. But you know what? I have high hopes for this cube. I've been a Zanchi guy forever, and I really hope that it's time that I move on. Not that I don't like the Zanchi or I'm tired of it. It's just that it's always good to try new things as well. All right, so here's... Okay, this one's already put together, so here is a corner piece. Wow, look at the... Look at how long the stock is. Wow, that's like... I don't know, it's just like super long and then it just bulges out. Barely anything holding it on, but you know what? I think it gets held on by these pieces as well right here. Okay, so let's go on to an edge piece. Edge piece is already built for us. It's almost like Champion made it easy for me. Alright, so you can really see how small this torpedo is. So that is the new edge piece of the PanShi. And it comes together in the torpedo, just like any other Dayan cube. So you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be revamping my how to lubricate and assemble a Dayan Zanchi, but I'm going to do it with the PanShi, and it'll be this one. And I probably will try not to say, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. It's my most popular video I've ever put on YouTube. On my channel, you guys seem to watch it over and over and over again. It's helped a lot of people, so I figured I would do it with this one and kind of revamp it a little bit. Anyway, so those are the pieces. Let's see a center cap. So this is the cap. And that just goes on perfectly, just like that. All right, so let's compare this with a Dayan Zanchi. I'm going to use my pink Zanchi because you guys can see it better. So here we have Zanchi on the left, PanShi on the right. Now I'm sure I'm pronouncing PanShi wrong. A lot of Chinese viewers are probably gonna, you know, tell me how to say it properly. But anyways, and Zanchi I'm pronouncing wrong. So here are the pieces. You can see how, wow, it almost looks like they fit inside each other. But this lip here is now extended up, and there's an indent in here probably to hold pieces together a little bit better. Now look at the difference in size of those torpedoes, eh? Wow. But what I'm hearing from my contacts in China is that it is more stable than any other Dayan cube. So, okay. And you can see that these little wings here are pretty much the same. These are a little bit a little bit shorter, or like not as long from this point to this point. So the PanShi is a bit shorter, and it's a little bit fatter, it seems. From this angle, actually, that's difficult to tell, but anyways, yes. That is an edge piece. All right, getting back into the pink puzzle now. Here we have a corner piece. So these are the corner pieces. Again, Zhanchi's on the left, PanShi is on the right. And I wonder if that's any longer. It doesn't actually seem like it's longer. I think what it looked like in the pictures is that the stem looked longer because it was thinner. Let's see if I can get a single one here. So you can see that from a distance, it looks like the stem is going to be longer because it's thinner, whereas this one is a little bit thicker. So I think it was just a little bit of an illusion that we were looking at in the pictures, guys. But it does look like they are the same length. Maybe the PanShi might just be yeah, I'm going to say it's a hair, just a little hair longer. But yeah, I mean, on a Zhanchi, you can really see the smoothness of it, like it comes down, and then it's just like very smooth. There's a little dip here, like the Guhong first came out. That was the first time we saw that. On this one, it looks a lot blockier, doesn't it? It comes down, but then there's this big round block on top of it. So yeah, I'm guessing that's just for structural purposes and to keep it from not popping. Because from what I've heard from my friends in China, like it doesn't pop. Like it doesn't do it. So that's good. Let's take a look at the center pieces. So here we have the center pieces. Of course, again, the Zhanchi's on the left, PanShi's on the right, and you can see that they are the same size, obviously, because it's the 57 millimeter. That's actually 57.27, but yeah, it's the same size cap, but you can see that the actual base of it is a lot thinner and it's longer too, which makes sense because it has to be longer because the core and the screws are smaller. So that's pretty nice. All right, guys, so this is the set for the Dayan PanShi. I'm going to assemble it and make my video right now. Anyways, I'll be back and after it's all done and play with it for a bit, and I'll let you know my opinion on it. All right, I'm back and it's been a couple of hours and I've done a whole bunch of averages. I actually recorded my assembly tutorial on this thing, but I'm going to have to scrap that and just do it when I get another one because I didn't really know what I was doing. And it's not that I don't know what I'm doing when assembling a puzzle. What it is that the center pieces on this are totally different. The core is super small. So you can see on a Zhanchi, now on my tutorial for how to lube and assemble a Zhanchi, I said leave a penny's worth of room, and you can see as I lift this up between the core piece and the stock piece of the centerpiece, there's about a penny's worth of room under there. On this puzzle, you can't do that. The core is so far away that you can't judge. So it's very, very difficult to judge your tensions. So when I was tensioning this thing, it was a pain in the butt because I didn't know if one side was, more than another, and so you can actually pull it apart and kind of judge or whatever. And it's no different than this. Like I basically went off my original plastic Zhanchi, which is my main. So I went off of that and it's pretty much the same. Now I don't know, this is still first impressions on this cube. I know you guys really want like a really good opinion because you want to know if you should pre-order it now or not. I'm going to say, like, if you have the money, go ahead and pre-order it, get a black or white one, whatever you want. But I have to say that it's not like a Zhanchi, okay? There's differences. And at first it was too tight and it was hard to know because it is an extremely smooth cube. And it was hard for me to know if it was too tight or not. And it seemed a bit slow. And the algorithmist was messaging me on Facebook and I was telling her like, yeah, it's a bit slow. It's a bit blocky. And it is a bit blocky too. I'll get into that. But as far as the movement goes, it was really slow. And then, so I backed off the tensions a bit and it became faster. I dropped a couple drops of Marulube in there with the silicone oil I put in, and it helped a bit. And then I backed off the tensions even more and it became pretty good. And then I got a 12-second solve 3 times in a row. So it's not super slow. It's just different feeling. I mean, you can even tell by the sound. If I do a T-perm, okay, and then I do this one, you can tell this one sounds different. Obviously, it's a different plastic too, but you can see that it moves nice and everything. It's just, I don't know how to, it's more blocky feeling. Like this just feels like it's broken in well though. I mean, don't get me wrong, but this one feels like it's, I don't know, just a lot more airy. This one feels like the pieces are clamped together a lot more. Different feeling of a cube. It doesn't feel like any Dayan cube. A lot of people says, okay, it's a mixture between a Xanchi and a Illinois. Well, it doesn't feel like either of those. It feels like its own cube. It's a brand new cube. It doesn't feel like any Xanchi or any Dayan cube I've ever had before. That's for sure. But yeah, everything works fine. That's for sure. Anyways, let's scramble it up here and do a quick solve. And you can see maybe how it works. Now, blue really screws me up, so don't expect anything crazy here. All right. Okay, so that was all right for a solve. Now, you can tell it was, I don't know how long that was, if somebody can go back and tell me, but anyways, it was a pretty good scramble too. So, but the cube moves really good. It's just, this is a first impression, guys. I know you guys want me to tell you what I really think about it, but I'm gonna have to do some more averages with it. I've got a dual commentary coming up with somebody really fast that helped me out recently by making a video for me, and I want to do an average of 12 with this, and then do the dual commentary with that person as well, because I think he could really help you guys with some of the stuff. So he's helped me. So anyway, I don't want to say too much about it. Let's just go on to corner cutting. Corner cutting with this is finicky. I'm gonna say finicky. I'm gonna compare it with the Xanchi because this is the newest one. That's the next newest one. Now on the Xanchi, we know we can go 45, mostly no problem. I've got my tensions a little bit tight, but yeah. And then corner cutting is, you know, really good with the Xanchi as well. Okay, on this, there's some problems. Okay, now you've heard me say many times, when do we ever need to cut 45 degrees? When do we ever have to reverse cut that far? I mean, really. Okay, so I think that this one kind of takes advantage of that. The structure of everything, the way it doesn't want to pop, is really good, but you lose some corner cutting ability, and I'll show you why. Okay, when you start to corner cut and you go a little bit too far, it starts to spin the center cap. Okay, so let's go like this, and you can see that it wants to spin the center cap out, and then what it does is it pops this piece out. Now when you reverse corner cut and you go too far, you can see, watch this piece right here, this back edge piece. See how it just kind of separates itself? And what's happening here is we're pushing it up, and you can really pop it easy, because as we go like this, it wants to, you know, the inside part is going to come out that gap, and it's going to pop out like that. So that's a perfect example of how the reverse corner cutting isn't going to, I mean, it does go, and especially a little bit. I mean, just if you reverse corner cut just a little bit, it just wants to cut. But I mean, really, anybody who's a speed solver that's actually decently fast doesn't corner cut that much. I mean, of course we need it for the speed, but when are you ever going to reverse corner cut this much? I mean, really, like, you got to be a noob. You know what I mean? And no offense to people out there who are noobs. It's just, you just don't need it. You know, so it doesn't bother me that you can pop that back piece out, because I've solved this thing 100 times now and I haven't popped it out once. As far as the corner cutting goes, this way, again, you're going to start twisting that center, and you're going to start popping these three pieces out here. Let's see if I can get it to pop. Okay, this corner's twisting. You can see that. Wow, is that ever twisting? It's not popping now, but before, when I was testing it out, these three pieces here would pop every time. Like, it would just 1, 2, 3, just, and they'd fly across the room like this one did. But I mean, if I can do my algorithms this fast, I'm happy. Well, of course, I would like to do them faster, but I'm just saying that that there's no need for that kind of corner cutting. So don't look at that as a downside, unless you want to. I mean, it's totally your choice, but for me, I don't. I just don't need to corner cut that well. Anyways, slices work good. Overall, though, it doesn't seem as fast as this, but I haven't really worked the lube in 100% yet. This is also different plastic. I don't know, but anyways, I'm not going to tell you to get this or not get this. You can base your opinion on this review. If you want to get it, the link is in the description. Let's just do another solve. And then I'm going to do an average of 12 as well. And then, do a dual commentary so you guys can really see the cube in action. So let's see. Ugh. Blue is just one of those colors that really screws up. Oh, screwed up my algorithm there. Screwed it up again. Blue is just one of those colors that really wrecks my recognition. Like, I don't know about, I can't wait to watch this later, but in the viewfinder right now, as I'm looking through the viewfinder, it's like I can't distinguish where the sticker is. I don't know if you can, but everything just, it's like it's just very hard to look at. Anyways, so that's the Dayan PanShi. I'm going to come out with average of 12, talking about it a little bit more. Anything you guys think I missed, let me know. So when I re-review it again, because I'm probably going to re-review this because I'm going to spend more time and get a real good opinion about it. I just need to get this video out for you guys. And anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next video.